Hey guys, okay, college vlog number 13, I think. My roommate's currently in the shower, so I have time to make a video, because someone's been, hollering at me to make one. Okay. I'm trying to think of where to start, because I guess kind of do this, like, spur of the moment. A lot of stuff has happened. I don't even remember what I was talking about last time, honestly. I'll just start with the major drama that's happening, has happened. On October 8th, 2012, I broke up with Brian. I have a lot of good reasons for doing it, and it wasn't because he did anything wrong. It was because of me. It was... I had thought about it for a long time, and I felt it was the right thing to do because I felt that in the long run he'd be happier, because I felt that I couldn't make him happy. If I wasn't happy, then I couldn't make him happy. And it was especially hard with this transition into college, where I'm trying to be my own person, and I'm trying to figure out who I am as an individual, and I just felt like if I couldn't love myself and I didn't know who I was, then how could I love someone else? If I was having trouble making myself happy, how could I make another person happy? And I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and he ended up blaming himself, and so did other people, and it wasn't his fault at all. Like, the lighting's really weird in this place. But that was, our 3-year anniversary would have been November 22nd, 2012. That would have been 3 years for us, and we didn't quite make it, but I had liked him since I was in the 8th grade, and now I am a freshman in college, so I don't regret a moment I had with him, because I really, really loved him, and I was really happy, and I only tried my best to make him happy, and it was a really good relationship, and I don't regret a moment of it. I'm just sad that it had to come to an end, and that it was so very complicated at the end. So yeah, I was kind of in a daze afterwards. I actually had been talking to Dustin a lot, and he told me to wait. He told me to think about it and to wait, and I didn't. I couldn't. I have a hard time hiding my emotions, and it finally got too much where I just had to tell him. And it was bad timing too, because he had finally come over to visit, and he was letting me borrow his refrigerator because I didn't have one. And then I broke up with him, and it was awkward because he just brought this over for me, and we were having such a good time. It was really hard, and it was really upsetting. So yeah, that's what happened, and it was really hard because, you know, he was really upset. He didn't see it coming. It was, I totally blindsided the poor boy. He had no idea. He thought everything was fine, and he wanted to fix it, but the problem was there wasn't anything to be fixed, because we had an amazing relationship. I didn't think I could make him truly happy, and he says he was. I don't know, it's hard to explain. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then my friend Danny, who was not my roommate, she was there for me a lot, and so was Adam. Which is kind of ironic, because he's the guy that liked me, and I'm like, I can't like you because I have a boyfriend. And then I ended up telling Brian about Adam. And I told him he's just a friend. I didn't like him as any more than a friend. I only wanted him as a friend, you know. And Brian just kind of laughed at me, and he said, don't say that because you're going to end up dating him. And it proved truer than I thought. After about 8 days of wandering around, wallowing in my singleness, and my sister trying to encourage me to be happy, and to go out and do things. Like, she's like, don't be afraid to go on dates with boys. You don't have to date them, just, you know, go on dates. So Adam wanted to take me on a date. But I told him it was going to be a friend date, because I did not want a date yet, because I had been single for 8 days. Calm your tits, you know. And, like, I know I had been kind of distant, and I had kind of had time to move on during the relationship, even though it was ongoing because of all the separation we had and all the time apart. But even so, 3 years is a long time. And it was really serious. Like, Brian and I were very serious about what we wanted and where we were going with our lives. Like, we honestly had everything planned out. We kind of were working on a guest list for our wedding, and we were trying to decide what city we would want to live in, where we would want our kids to go to school. We had names for our children, and we weren't even engaged yet. But we thought that was it. You know what I mean? That we were going to get married, honestly. I guess things didn't work out. But, so Adam takes me to a concert because he was in, oh gosh, I'm sorry, took me to his music ensemble. It was like a wind ensemble, I believe. And, he's there, he's dressed up in this suit, and, he takes me to the theater, and I believe I actually sat there and watched them rehearse, and then they played, I think. But it was awesome. Like, they had, because he played bass trombone, and they had, like, all of the trombones, and I think they had trumpets, and they also had, like, flutes and, like, all the really, like, pretty girly things. It was really amazing. Like, they had, his, band go first, and then they had the other band go first, which was, well, I can't think of the names right now, but it's like, his were the more experienced, and theirs was either, less experienced, or you want to learn a different instrument kind of level. Anyways, and then after that, he took me to Tokyo Steakhouse, where he got a sushi, and I'm a sucker for sushi, and I really love sushi. Bad. And then we came back to my place, and we watched a movie. We watched Bruno. What a movie to watch when you're trying to impress a girl. Everything's going great, you know, you're wearing a suit, you played a beautiful music, you got a really good food, and then you watch Bruno. It was fucking, it was absolutely horrible, but it was hilarious, and I couldn't, oh my gosh, it was too good. So, yeah, and, he wanted to cuddle, and I was kind of just, I don't really like you like that, so I kind of like, okay, and 'cause I'm too nice, and I don't like saying no to people, and then so we're like there, and he's good at cuddling. I'm not gonna lie, he's good at that shit. So anyways, so we're watching that movie, and blah blah blah, and that man has the audacity to kiss me. He put his lips on my lips, and I was in shock. Like, I literally just, like, I just froze. For so many reasons. Like, first of all, I'm like, friend date. Okay, we're on a friend date as friends. 2, I just broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years. 3, I had only ever kissed Brian my entire life. He was the first person I ever kissed, and he was the only person I had ever kissed. So that was a big moment for me, because I took my first kiss was a real big thing for me. And I didn't really like him like that, and I didn't want to yet, because I was still trying to heal, because it had only been 8 days, you know. But the problem was, like, he was really cool, and we really, really connected. And it made me feel guilty, because I kind of liked him back. But I had been single for 8 days, you know, like, so, like, there's, like, this struggle. I'm like, what am I doing, you know? But I really like this guy, and I don't want to like this guy, but I do, and I just, like, but, yeah, so, that is part of the drama. Started school, things going great, broke up with my boyfriend, so, well, it was my bad, because I was lonely, and I was sad, and I was bored. So I was hanging out with Dustin and Connor, because I kind of liked Connor, but he wouldn't give me any attention, because he didn't like me back, because apparently I was too nerdy for him. Whatever, he's a big hick anyways. Anyways, so I had a point. Oh yeah, Adam liked Rachel. Remember Rachel from, like, the videos before? Really awesome Loki girl. So she likes him. No, fuck, no. He likes her. She doesn't want to date. She doesn't want to have a boyfriend yet. Fair enough. For her birthday, he was making her one of those, I can't remember. It's like, you use hardcore paper, and you build it up into a shape, and then you put, like, plastic stuff over it, and I'm totally butchering everything. Basically, he was gonna, not paper mache, he was gonna make a Loki helmet for her out of paper, and then put all the stuff on it to make it like a real helmet, which was awesome. Unfortunately, it was a prize, because it's a present, and he needed a size comparison for heads, so, like, to do a fit her head. So I came over, and I let him measure my head and shit. And then we were hanging out, and I'm like, oh, well, if you haven't heard the news, Brian and I broke up. And he's like, oh, like, his face just lit up. I'm like, oh shit, you know. Oh my gosh, it was funny though. I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have told you that. Well, this is a almost 14-minute video. My roommate's probably gonna get back from her shower soon, so I should wrap this up for everyone's sake. So yeah, that's what's going on. I will update you further on what's going on, and yeah, because we went. So I tried to keep dates. Broke up with Brian on the 8th, on the 16th, I went that date. I'm not a bad person, I swear. Like, I know that sounds awful, like I sound like a slut, but I'm not, I swear. Like, I'm not. Anyways, thank you for listening, and everything, and I hope you had a great day, or you're having a great day, or you will have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.